Before I had kids, I didn't know if I wanted kids. As a matter of fact, I had just gone through like this terrible, toxic separation with my first ex-husband and was going through the divorce. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm good. I think I'm good on people and having kids. I was like almost 30. And I was like, but I would really love to experience pregnancy. Maybe I can be a surrogate for a couple that can't have kids. You know what I mean? I was like, how cool would that be to like be able to offer that to somebody? Because I was just like, I don't know. And the reason why I just never had kids to begin with, before that, we were married for like a total of like 12 years. And I was on birth control pretty much the entire time because I just always knew something was off with that relationship. I just knew that like this just doesn't feel stable enough. Because to me, having a baby was always this huge thing. It was never like you don't have a baby, you have an entire human being, an entire universe of a life from beginning to end. And I just felt the weight of that responsibility, rightfully so, because holy fuck, it's a lot. And I was just like, honestly, I felt like I was just too selfish to be able to be the kind of mother that I knew a baby would deserve. And I just knew what kind of intention and effort and time and devotion it took to be a mother. In theory and in practice, it's a million times more than what I thought it was. And even when I got pregnant with my first, it was like I was ecstatic. Like I was so happy. I loved her from the very beginning. She was mine. I was like, I know that you're gonna like be here and I'm gonna be holding you in my arms one day and it's gonna be us. You know what I mean? Because I had always had a fear of like miscarriages or like not being able to get pregnant potentially because I was on birth control for so long. And like from the moment that I knew she existed, I've always welcomed her with open arms and like did everything that I could to show up my best for her. But I get it when people are like, I don't know about having kids. Like, it's a lot. Not to mention this world is crazy. And like, I think people should double think whether or not they want to be parents. Because I think even for people who desire and long to be a parent, it's still a lot. It's still hard. It's still all-consuming in every which way. And as the seasons unfold and time passes and we grow, it just shifts. It's just a different type of all-consuming, you know. I wouldn't change it for anything. I would change the person I had kids with in a heartbeat, for sure. But, you know, I think me being a mom to these specific kids was definitely something that, not just that I desired and probably in some way wrote into my life at some point before we got here. I think we all kind of picked each other. I like to think that. But it's been the biggest, most exquisite privilege of my life is to be able to mother them. To be able to be devoted to something and someone outside of myself so relentlessly. Like, it makes sense because I have a really big heart. I have a lot of love to give. And now there's always somewhere for that to go, you know, like regardless of what other relationships and other dynamics I have going on in my life, this is always something that I can be devoted to outside of myself. And I think that's really good for someone like me, who I'm so comfortable being in my own energy, in my solitude, alone with God. I feel like my kids really ground me and humble me. Like I could live with my head in the sky, in the clouds, however they say that, and just kind of be in this very like ethereal, flowy, whatever. But like the moment that I get around my kids, when I pick them up or whatever it is, when they wake up, it's like immediately we're here in the present moment. What is going on right now with emotions, with needs, with whatever, figuring out all the logistics of managing a home, doctor's appointments, like finances, got to get this, we need new shoes, we need dinner, we need breakfast, we need lunch packed, we need grocery shopping, we need the van, oil change, whatever, you know what I mean? Like all of it. And while it feels disruptive, because I always have 18 tabs open, and I'm always like thinking about this other thing, or working on this project, or wanting to like pursue this thing more individually, or even sometimes for us as a family. But like it takes effort and intention and energy to go in that direction. And for somebody like me, who like I have some like ADHD tendencies, the way my brain works, once I get distracted, it's hard for me to remember to go back in this direction and like focus here. So I resist the pull into the present moment when I'm trying to like work on something else, especially mentally. But like if I surrender to it and we can be in the moment, Mommy, I want to go show you this cartwheel on the trampoline. Mommy, will you come outside and play with me? Mommy, do you want to color with me? Mommy, you want to paint your nails? Mommy, you want me to do your hair? Last night we made dinner and Selah helped me to make sushi. I made sushi for them last week for the first time. It's just veggie rolls. And they really liked it. So I was like, I'm going to do that again, and I'm going to make some avocado egg rolls. Asian-inspired cuisine. And it was so fun. And I usually don't have them help because I'm a Virgo, and maybe it's like a control issue thing, but I'm just like, it's easier to just do it myself. But I'm like, you know what? They're getting older. I have to teach them. I have to give them an opportunity to come with me into the kitchen and learn how to cook, learn how to season things, learn how to taste things and flavor things, and try different textures, learn how to chop and put things together and mess things up and spill things and drop things and break things and clean up. And like, this is it. You know what I mean? Like I could push through and make dinner and get it done in like 45 minutes. Or we can turn on a playlist and dance around and be silly. And I can talk her through all the steps and show it to her and invite her in to learn in her body and her muscle memory what it feels like to do it herself. And then at the end, as all of us are sitting down to enjoy this dinner together, everyone says, "Thank you, Selah. Thank you, Mommy, for cooking the food." And it was just really cool to like see her face light up, you know, when they were like, "Thank you, it's really good." Like they really liked it. And then we took some leftovers, or we put a plate aside for my parents and took them some, and they really liked it. And they're like, "Wow, you made this, that's so good." It's very difficult to get the needle moving on anything in my life because it's like there's small pockets of time and space for me to put towards anything that isn't this moment with them right now, you know. And that's okay. It's like, I think it's all exactly how it should be. But it is difficult for me when I have something that I want to get done to be like, surrender and receive the invitation to be here now with them. And they're 10 and 8. No, Sayla's 9. She's about to be 10. The twins are 8, Sayla's 9. And, you know, the days are long, but the years are short. And it's like, damn, they're about to be 15 and then 18 and then 20. And I don't want to miss it. You know what I mean? I don't want to forget that this is actually the whole point, are these moments together. And anything that I build or create or whatever, or amass financially or materially or even spiritually, any and all of it is for the sole purpose of being able to be more present in my life and have more capacity to enjoy the blessings that I already have in my life. That's why my prayer for so long has been we ask for increased capacity for which to receive all the blessings which we have in our life. You know, like I feel like I don't really have the right to ask for more until I can learn to really be with and cherish what I have already. And I think I've really, like, in this past year of devotion to myself, has served as a true, like, vehicle for me to really be present in my whole life. And in particular with my daughters, which is like the most important part of it to me. And I'm just really grateful to be able to, like, not just to be a mother and to have experience like pregnancy, that's a whole nother story. Like the magic of being a portal, what? But like, to be able to have children who love me and look up to me and want my attention and want my time and want like time together. I don't know how long this will last, but I feel like if I cultivate it and really pour into this connection and bond and friendship with them and really be a source of support and celebration of them and curiosity and wonder of who they are and just a cheerleader and a safe space for them. I feel like even in the teenage years, they'll know that they can come home to me. My heart will always be their home. You know what I mean? Whatever other things come up as bodily changes and hormones fluctuate and all these things, I'm like, I think we're going to be good. I think we're going to be good. And ultimately, I'm just like, I tell them this every day in our prayers and like the affirmations that I speak over them. But I'm just like, I'm so glad I get to be your mommy. Literally. It's like the best thing that's ever happened to me. And I think in this year also of like celibacy and devotion to myself, what I realized is that for so long, I was looking for what I was told was supposed to bring me fulfillment and happiness, and that was like a romantic relationship outside of myself and outside of my children. And now just being in my own energy and being even more present with them and our home and our family and what I'm cultivating here with them, it's like that wasn't true at all. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that that type of thing can't offer like beauty and more fulfillment. I'm just saying like, damn, the things that we miss, I don't know if men experience the same thing, but I know as women, when we long for like a partnership to complete us, to make us whole, and we end up missing so much that we already have in our lives. I can see why single moms decide they're just not going to deal with it. They're just not going to date for years, and that's it. You know what I mean? It's just not going to be something that I'm going to pour intention or energy into. Like, I get it. I totally get it. But I'm so glad that I get to be their mommy specifically. And no regrets at all about having kids. Honestly, it was just more of, I just don't know if I'm ready to have kids. And I was 31 when Sayla was born. And honestly, I still don't feel like I'm ready to be a mother, to have kids the way that I would ideally like to show up for them. But you know what? We live and we learn, and repair has always been central to me, of like going back to take accountability and apologize with specificity and make the changes. And it's not a point of like not unraveling and falling apart in front of them. It's a point of like allowing them to see me be fully human, and also to do whatever practices I do to pick myself back up. Even if it means crashing out and then they see me going to my room or in the living room breathing or doing some sort of somatic exercise or playing music, worship music, dancing, going outside to walk barefoot, just surrendering to the chaos and just being like, fuck it. We're just gonna be up late and we're gonna be late to school tomorrow, and it is what it is. It's a beautiful life. I'm so rich. I'm so rich.